Hello, everyone. My name is Fanyoy Bamfor. I am a son of Africa. While in school, I was taught that Africa was a dark continent and was discovered by some white people. I was made to believe that our religion was the worst, marred with cannibalism and sacrifice of twins. I was made to believe that our ancestors worshipped idols and offered sacrifices to demons. I was meant to believe that our history started with slavery and slave trade. Today, as we commemorate the 16th of December as National Reconciliation Day in South Africa, I want us to reflect on the importance of this day on the life of an African. Somehow, we have been made to believe that our continent cannot do anything. And those who propagate this have succeeded principally because we are divided. In 1995, South Africans decided to bury the hatchets of the past, forgetting the pains of apartheid and forging towards reconciliation and peaceful living. This day is coming at a time that we are faced with huge crises, be it from the political domain, economic, or social domain. There is no functional sector in Africa as we speak. Why? Because we have chosen the path of division, self centeredness, corruption, bribery, intimidation, and we have allowed ourselves to be manipulated. We feel inferior in front of any other race. We panic in front of every other person. Black to black hate has been on the rise. We've watched fellow Africans butchering their brothers, looting their goods, and sending them out of their own country. Why? Because we have been made to behave as such. We are being used as experimental tools by those of other continents to promote their hidden agenda. They use us as guinea pigs to experiment drugs. They use us as guinea pigs to experiment religion. They use us as guinea pigs to experiment goods. Is this what Africa was meant to be? No. Any person that has risen against the status quo has either been killed physically or politically eliminated. Should I start from Kwame Nkrumah? Should I go to Muammar Gaddafi, Sekou Toure? Should I talk about Ruben Umnyobe? All these people at some point in their lives were tagged as terrorists, dictators, and tyrants. They were killed. And those who killed them boldly, proudly say they did that for the good of Africa. Was it really for the good of Africa? Look at what happened in Ghana after the exit of Kwame Nkrumah. Look at what happened in Libya. Look at Libya today. Is that the kind of Africa we want to live for our children yet unborn? I don't think so. So, on this day of national reconciliation, we need to start thinking about ourselves as Africans. Let's fight against religious extremism that promotes hate for our own culture and traditional practices. Let's fight against political manipulation that has brought in puppets and Trojan horses who portray themselves as African leaders. Let's fight against economic manipulation and the pillaging of African resources for the benefit of the West. Let's take control of Africa and make Project Africa workable again. We cannot do this if we are united. One of the major reasons why most colonial resistances failed at the initial stage was because most Africans preferred to be enablers of colonialism. They preferred to be enablers of slavery. No European could come and enter into the nooks and crannies of Africa to fish our slaves without the help of our own brothers and sisters. Why have we always chosen this path to describe us? The Europeans, no matter who they are, they never fight against their own. They always stand together, even for the wrong reasons. They stand together. But Africa has stood against each other, even for the right reasons. What is useful fighting over boundaries that were demarcated by the white man? What do we call territorial integrity, fighting and killing our own brothers and sisters in the name of trying to maintain national unity? Does unity exist in killing one another? Does unity exist in denigrating our own religions, our own traditional practices, our own ways of life? Does unity exist in humiliating and looking at our ancestors as evil, demonic, possessed with evil powers and spells that are making us to be backward? I don't think so. On this day, let's reconcile as families. Let's reconcile as communities. Let's reconcile as countries. And let's reconcile as a continent. The African youth, your position is now. Let your voice be heard. One hand, they say, cannot tie a bundle, but many hands can do this. It is a hideous task, a laborious journey, but it starts with reconciliation and peace. I am here. I am for reconciliation. I am for Africa. I am a son of Africa. What about you? Thank you. I'm done. Another 6 minutes.